Okay, hello again everybody. We're back with Microsoft Word, and what we're going to do is in this project we're going to create a memo, a business memo. Now I've got a document here with some directions on it, and what we're going to do is we're going to make this look more like this. Alright, we got a header in the document, and we have our heading to the memo with a to, from, dates, and subject, and we have bullets in the memo. We've changed the spacing in the memo. We have a table here in Microsoft Word with some funky things done with the borders, and we also have a spreadsheet which we're going to bring in from a spreadsheet that we created in another demo, and our last paragraph here. Okay, that's the task. Alright, we're going to start here with this memo heading. I got my directions here. I'm going to get rid of that. The first thing it says is tab these across so that they'll line up. Alright, so I'm going to come out here, hit the tab key, also need to insert the current date here. That's one of my directions. So to do that, there's an easy way to do that. In Word, you go to Insert. You don't have to type the date. Sometimes it might be easier to just do that, but under the Insert tab there's a date and time. You can pick the format that you like. Oh, I guess this is fine with me. Alright, and it inserts the date for you. Okay, now here the next directions here are to introduce the data collection here, describe the purpose of the analysis, what categories of data were collected, and the time frame when the data was collected. Alright, now that's already here. We're going to make some changes to this text here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bullet these. To make a bulleted list, you just select the text that you want bulleted, and under the home ribbon there's some bullets right there. If you don't like that bullet, pick a different bullet. Alright, you can also number your lists like this. If you don't like that numbering system, here, come down here and give it the Roman numerals. Alright, or I thought we had some capitalized and Roman numerals. Maybe not. Well, here we go. Yes. Alright, but all we want is the regular old bullet here. So I'm going to come back here and hit that one. Alright, now there's a thing I neglected to do up here. It wants you to single space this header for the memo. Now, if you recall in the last video, you can find the paragraph format of any paragraph that you highlight, and these all have the same format. These have the regular old default word spacing of multiple with a 10-point after. So I'll change that to single and 0, and boom, there, that's now single spaced. Okay, now why didn't I do the last line, the one that says utilities usage analysis? Why didn't I highlight that as well? Well, because then I'd have the single space between this and the paragraph underneath it. I didn't want that. I do want the space there. Alright, okay, now let's go ahead and put the table into the document. In order to do that, I'm going to have to go to the spreadsheet that this data comes from, and that comes from this demo that we did before, where we take this data from the summary and we're going to put that into the spreadsheet. Now, and here's what it will look like when we paste it in there. Okay, so come over here and outline these, copy, Come over here to Word. And do a right click. And you have a bunch of choices here when you do a paste. You can keep the source formatting. You can use the destination formatting. I guess that's the most, or you can also paste it as a picture. You generally don't want to do that if you want to play with this data. Okay, if you want to change it around, pasting it as a picture, it's not going to be editable after that. Or just the text. I don't want that. What I really want, and what you want most of the time, I think, is to use the destination styles. Sometimes that messes things up and you keep the source formatting, but most of the time it works okay. It keeps the styles consistent among your document. Even if you were using a different kind of formatting in the Excel spreadsheet, if you use the destination styles, it will be converted to the destination, and usually that looks okay. Alright, so I'm going to click on that, and one thing I'm going to do here is drag this across so that it will go to the other end of the document. Just doesn't look too cute that way. There's another thing you could do. Here I'm going to undo those changes. You could just center the thing. Alright, if it's all lined up okay, just go ahead and center it. But you'll notice that this thing probably isn't very well formatted because the dollar signs and the numbers are on separate lines. Alright, so it would be a good idea to stretch these out a little bit. Like so, just to get these dollar signs down where they belong. I should have started on the left. Now, is there another way to do this? Yeah, you don't have to do these by hand. What you can do is highlight this and do a right click on the table and then go auto fit. Auto fit to the contents or auto fit to the window. Let's just stretch it out to the whole window. Alright, so it would have been nice if I'd have done that in the beginning, but then you wouldn't have seen all that dragging stuff that you can do with the mouse. Alright, we're going to do a lot more with this table. We'll do that in the next video, and I'll see you